let's dig deeper into this conversation. The state of democracy in Nigeria, Comrade Minister, the state of democracy generally in Nigeria, how do you assess it? Are we even practicing democracy? That's one. Then right after that, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, about 3 years now, he's been in office. How do you assess it on the state of the economy, anti-corruption, and especially insecurity?
You see, the state of democracy in Nigeria is pathetic.
Pathetic.
Pathetic. And many, like me, are also wondering whether we are practicing democracy or civil rule. Because democracy is built on the rule of law, representation, periodic elections, guarantee of the rights of the citizens, and then the welfare and the well-being of the citizens. All these indices are in red.
Deficit.
They are in red. Meaning there is nothing democratic about what we are talking about. Now, when you come to now major, because development now, which you have referred to, the economy, security, anti-corruption. The economy is in shambles. Even though the Emiloko economists have been shouting that the economy is stable. The stability of the economy is measured by the living condition of the people. Because the stability of the economy must reflect in the living condition of the people. It would also have to reflect on inflation index. All these ones are in red. When you come to insecurity, after the airstrike by Americans, we thought that we were going to have some respite. But as it is, in fact, subsequent atrocities perpetrated by the terrorists are worse than the situation we were before the attack with the airstrike by the Americans. Because before the airstrike, it was kidnapping of people into the forest. But in Niger State, Kaswandaji, the terrorists attacked a market and slaughtered 61 people like animals. It was after the American airstrike. Last Sunday, the terrorists conducted abduction of Christians in their churches in a majestical manner, where they demonstrated that they were in control of even the security of this country, because they walked into 3 different churches at different times. And we thought that a country that has given its citizens hope that security has improved should have been able, with the first attack on the church, to take precautions and protect the remaining churches. But these terrorists went one after the other and abducted a sum total now which is being contested of 177. The police, to tell you how state conspiracy in this criminality, the police denied at the first instance in Kaduna that nothing happened. So if the police did not know that Christians were abducted in the church, who will know? What happens to their intelligence? But the attitude of the police is the same complicity of the state in the protection of citizens. Now, when pressure mounted on them, they shoved shame to the side and admitted, but started disputing figures. This again is a confirmation of their complicity. They admitted that it took place, but they started disputing figures, and finally they admitted the figures. So, with this that I have said, we are living in a failed state where anarchy rules supreme. In Kano, a young man took a machete, went to a house, and killed 6 people, a woman and her 6 children. They are neighbors. Worse is to have said he would have killed 1 or 2, and there would have been intervention. But he killed 6.
What is responsible, sir, that after 15 years of dealing with this monster of insecurity, why are we still talking about this in this country? Comrade.
The denial of the police was to facilitate the jihadi terrorists to arrive at their destination.
To escape?
Yes, before anything could happen.
These are weighty allegations.
They are very, very weighty, and I will want the police to come out and say no. Then I will ask them 2 questions. If they provide the answers, I will know. So they are weighty, but their denial was to facilitate the escape of the criminals with these abducted people. Let me tell you, the police have formation everywhere. Even where these people were abducted, there's a local police outpost there. So the police knew when the attacking was going on. Because the police officer there would have run to a place and called and said, this is what is happening. Did you know, I don't know whether you have listened to the defense of the police why they denied. They said they denied because they didn't want it to create a panic. Panic that was already escalated. You didn't want it.
Another version says they denied because there were conflicting reports. So they were not sure whether the people were saying the truth.
But who was supposed to tell us the truth?
Exactly.
Please. Now back to the issue. I will only answer you with what Abacha said. If insurgency persists for 48 hours, the state is involved.
To what intent and purpose?
Political. You see, the politicians are afraid of demography. The North, whether we like it or not, until you travel to the North, you will tell yourself that the truth lies here. The numbers are there. So these numbers have been neglected. They have been betrayed, especially with the Muslim ticket. Because they came out, defended the Muslim ticket just for them to be betrayed. And northern politicians and the president knew the capacity. They knew how these people are so bitter. And they knew how difficult it is to convince them. And they're not willing to even do anything. So the only thing is to allow insecurity to fester so that you don't have a stable and an organized community for elections. So during elections, it will be easy for results to be fabricated under mango trees on behalf of the people. Politicians do this. Yes, if you listen to what Mantu said, because one of the best politicians who is in heaven with God now, is
Ibrahim
Ibrahim Manto at best, because he was able to confess on a national television channels of his political crimes and how they manipulated election before God called him. So he's a candidate, he is destined to eternity. So we know how these things are. This was the same advice they gave President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015, and it consumed him. Not to give insecurity, a good attention. But let me tell you something. The Nigerian military remains the best in Africa. And I'm going to tell you something that will shock you and shock Nigerians. If you like, disarmed the entire Nigerian military, about 350,000, disarm them and ask them to face Bello Turji. They will root them out and sack them. Our soldiers are very courageous people. But a soldier works with a command. The madness in a soldier is a command. He's very friendly. The moment you say, go or advance, you will see what will happen. That political will to deal with insecurity by the commander-in-chief is not there.
Sad. That's quite sad. Because we thought after President Buhari, with the coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the narrative will change, but it will seem to actually have gotten worse. Let's switch gears, comrade.